Hey, what's happening, everybody? It is your fearless leader, Jason Fields. And I told some of you who heard me on the radio, the Man Show this past Friday, radio station 860 AM WNOV, every Friday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., that I would make a video regarding investment clubs and showing you all what you need to do, where you need to go to really start building wealth as a family or group of friends, what have you. And so the first thing I want you all to do is go to Better Investing, and you can go to www.betterinvesting.org. And this is a wonderful site for you all to use as a resource, guidelines, education. I would recommend that many of you, when you start your club or when you begin to work together as a group or a unit, that you utilize this site. They give you templates, model templates, so you're really not starting from scratch. It's really helpful, and it gives you templates for some of the paperwork that you will need, as well as a step-by-step process of things you'll have to consider. So with that said, betterinvesting.org. The first thing you want to do is you want to go to Explore Investment Clubs. You'll click on that, and what you're looking for is how to start an investment club. You click on that, and what I like about this is it gives you some step-by-step things you should consider. How to start an investment club, how to form your stock investment club, start investing, things of that nature. And so what we're going to do is click on Form Your Stock Investment Club. And the first thing that you'll see, and this is probably one of the most important things, is, you know, who will be in the club. When it comes to money, and I would advise and recommend that you all seriously consider and think about who's going to be in the club. Most people get carried away with the name. They want some super sexy, and that's all cool. But the reality is that these are people that you are going to be pooling your money with. And so the last thing you need is divisive, negative, people not willing to do the work, people who are, consistently late to meetings. And so you really want to consider one of the most important steps is who's going to be committed to the friend or family investment club. Our family has one. We started one. Me and my boys are thinking about starting another one. And you really need to consider, well, who's going to be a member? One, you need to understand their interest level. How interested are they? On a scale of 1 to 10, if you're at a 10 and you have people that are at a 2, that's not going to work. And the desire. If you say, listen, we want to start an investment club and we want to contribute $10 to $25 a month, the last thing you need is somebody that comes to the meeting and says, well, I don't have it, or they consistently make excuses. And so those are things you really want to consider. The personalities, do they have the financial capabilities to invest whatever dollar amount you all say you want to contribute? How often you want to contribute, whether it's monthly, quarterly, annually, what have you. The third thing you should consider is their background. Are these people you trust? Are these people who can bring a level of value to the club? And so those are things that you really want to consider when you begin to discuss and talk about forming this investment club. So I'm going to go back to that. The next thing you want to look at is the legal structure. And for most people in most clubs, they are general partnerships. And so when you put together, once you figure out your name, you want to begin to form the general partnership. The partnership means everyone has an equal say so, an equal right in the business. Everyone should be equally committed. Everyone should put in the equal amount of funds. Now you'll have to start deciding on how you decide on distributing those funds, or what happens if people are late. So you'll have to figure that all out. But the first thing you want to do is create your general partnership agreement. And if you click on here, Dale, what I like about this is on Better Investing, they give you a template already. So in essence, you don't have to recreate the wheel. They give you a template of what a sample partnership agreement for an investment club would look like. And so for many of you, I would suggest consider using this and just fill in the blanks, fill in the information. And so that's really one of the first step, well, maybe the second step that you want to do. Complete your general partnership agreement. Now, once you do that, the next thing you're going to have to do is go to the Wisconsin Department of Financial Institutions. And this can either be, this should probably be the second step, I would say, because this begins to bring legitimacy to the club. So I would say this and getting your EIN number would be, you know, probably the second or third steps. But either way, these are in the first four steps, right? So go to the for if you're in Wisconsin, you're going to go to the state of Wisconsin Department of Financial Institutions. And to make it easy, I would say go to the search field, type in general partnership or general partner. General partnership will do. And then you want to look at limited liability partnership and general partnership. You want to click on that link. And then the form you're going to look at is the form 601. And that is the statement of the partnership authority, whether it's a general partnership or a limited liability partnership. For the purpose of this investment club tutorial, you're going to use general partnership. That fee is $100. If you want to expedite it, you make out a check to $125 made payable to the state of Wisconsin Department of Financial Institutions. Here's the P.O. box number where you send that. And believe me, they do cash that check. I know for our family investment club, I mailed it like on a Monday. They cashed the check Tuesday. So they are very serious about this stuff. And so that's the one thing you want to do. And once you get the filing, you'll need what'll happen is the state of Wisconsin will send you a form back via email. Whoever's completing this paperwork, usually it's what we call the control person. That person might be either the president or the secretary or the treasurer for your investment club. For our family, it's me. And so soon as they process this, they sent me an email of this form with an ID number legitimizing the fact that we are a full-fledged, recognizable state of Wisconsin general partnership. You'll need this form back to go open up your bank accounts. Now, once you do that, the next thing you should do is go to irs.gov. And again, I'm showing you the home screen because I want to make it simple and easy for you all. irs.gov. You're going to type in EIN number in the search field. You click on that and you'll have to apply for an EIN number. Because this is a legitimate business or this is a legitimate entity, gang, where you all are investing. And it could be you're investing in stocks, it could be you're investing in real estate, it could be, the point is, it is a general partnership where everybody that came together, you are actually running a business. So I want to make sure you understand this is a real business, which is why you have to be very pertinent and very mindful of who you bring to the table when you're going to start this. So you're going to apply for an EIN number. They'll ask you several questions, and this may take about all of 7 minutes or something like that. And so when you're done, it'll kick out an EIN number for you that you use when you begin to open up your brokerage account. And so just to recap very quickly, you're going to go to www.betterinvesting.org. You're going to explore investment clubs. You're going to how to start an investment club. You're going to click on that link. It'll show you what steps and things you need to take from forming your stock investment club to all the way to start investing. And here on Better Investing, if you really want to be guided by these guys, there's a membership fee you can join. We haven't done that, and that's only because I was a former stockbroker, and my father, our family, we pretty much, we understand what we're doing. But I would recommend it for true beginners because there's a lot to learn. Once you do that, you go to the Wisconsin Department of Financial Institutions. You'll click on limited liability and general partnership. You'll click on Form 601. You'll complete that. You'll send in the payment. You'll get your EIN. You'll go to www.irs.gov. You want to again file your employer identification number for your club. And then once you have this paperwork completed and the state sends you via email or mail, more than likely it'll be email, the confirmation that your partnership is recognized and it is approved by the state, you're going to want to look at a brokerage account. Now we use Fidelity, and we're looking at Fidelity because a lot of brokerage accounts are the same in a sense that they offer the same types of services. So for you, it's what kind of company you're comfortable with. Again, I use a lot of brokerage accounts with different companies, but for the investment club for our family, we decided to use Fidelity. What you're going to do is you need to go to the Fidelity, fill out this investment club cash account, and then there's another account that you'll have to complete, and that is the application to actually open up the brokerage account. So there are going to be two things of paperwork that you need to complete for Fidelity. Now, when you complete this investment club cash account, if you go through Fidelity, there is places for I want to say all the partners to sign. Now, when we've dealt with them and we're waiting for feedback, because some of us are in different cities, um, as the controlling person, I believe it's okay if I sign off on these. But yet I sent them paperwork that indicated approval and had signatures of the partners on our operation agreement and our bylaws. And so all our partners, we sent the paperwork in for that. So you want to go to Fidelity, open up the investment club cash account. I want to go back to, because you'll have to do this as well as a regular brokerage account. So there'll be two forms for Fidelity that you have to fill out. Let me just see if we can go to Fidelity so you can see it. Fidelity Investment Club cash account, and then here, open the Fidelity account for businesses, because again, this is a general partnership. You will have to print these things out and mail them in because you can't, depending on where there's a Fidelity branch in the middle of a pandemic. I don't believe Fidelity, their offices are open. They have drop boxes where you can go, but you'll have to download the Fidelity account for business brokerage, because again, it's a general partnership, and you'll see the Fidelity account business application. So you'll have to complete this account, the new Fidelity account for business, as well as the investment club cash account. So you see here on this video, investment club cash account, you'll need to complete that, and you will need to complete the new Fidelity account business with the information, your EIN number that you've gotten. I would also potentially send, you'll have to send copies of your general partnership agreement as well as bylaws. And you can get, again, templates for all of these things on betterinvesting.org. Now, for those of you who have, let's say, general partners that maybe are in different cities, one of the things I use, I have a subscription to this. Again, all the business stuff I deal with a lot of people from across the country, sometimes out of the country, and I need to get people to sign things. They need to get me to sign. So I have a subscription to Docusign. And what it does is it'll look something like this. I'm just going to show you. It'll look something like this. Again, you'll see my name face. You can upload documents here. Um, and if you look, I'll show you an example. So this was one of the things we were doing, and you can see all the people in my family who we needed to sign. So from my grandmother to my mother-in-law to my wife to our nieces and nephews. So these things, so everyone could sign. And then after everyone signed, we include that form into with the Fidelity business account and the Fidelity cash account we include that bylaws and our operating procedures, our general partnership agreement. We mail copies of all of that to Fidelity because you'll need to have that. Now, when you go and open up a bank account, you'll need those same forms. You'll need this form from the state, and you will need your EIN number. Again, they'll shoot you an email with those. Once you apply for the EIN number, it'll pop up. I suggest you print that off for your files, make copies, distribute those to your members in some kind of binder or some kind of email listserv so everyone has it. And as you can see, it's not that complicated to start, in a sense that you know where to go. This video shows you everywhere to go. Now, some things I want to point out because of we're in this pandemic. When you look at, depending on banks, which bank you use, they may have different procedures for opening up an investment club account. I know Chase Bank, um, they want all the partners to go into the branch and sign a form. Wells Fargo was a little bit different, whereas because many of us bank at Wells Fargo, I bank there. I know them, so they allowed us to take in this paperwork and open up an account because you need a bank account where everyone can deposit the funds and transfer to buy the stocks. And so this is literally how you open up an investment account, an investment club account. You start there. Start with Better Investing. You go to Explore Investment Clubs, How to Start an Investment Club, and literally you can walk down these basic paragraphs or articles to show you what you need to do, where you'll need to go. So many of you, when you form your clubs and you form your partnership, you'll start to look at, what kinds of stock you all want to invest in. The goal of an investment club, ladies and boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, is to make sure that you are all learning and that you're building some assets, you're building some wealth. But again, it starts with making sure that you have the right people, because you don't want one person who's serious about this carrying the weight of the other members, because that'll get old. It'll cause some divisiveness. It'll cause resentment. And when we're dealing with money, those emotions and those things are brought out stronger and faster. And so this is how you start an investment club. I'll be doing a webinar, but you can go to www.thefinancialpromise.com, where I'm posting this video, this tutorial, as well as my YouTube channel, Jason M. Fields. You'll see a certified financial education instructor. Post this video on that as well. And you could just subscribe to the YouTube channel, because that's where I post a lot of the things that I'm doing, a lot of educational videos. Talk to you later. If you guys have questions, you can always reach out to me. www.thefinancialpromise.com. Jason Fields. Love to help whenever I can. Follow that, because we will be doing a webinar on this very same topic as well. Talk to you later, and good luck in starting your investment clubs.